so good. God, I love the IBL chat too and the live streams.
There's some
Yeah, so
some hot takes coming out of the IBL chat.
the
When is
mystery
their
man
talk?
himself, Butch McCarthy. God, I wish we could meet that guy.
Hello, people, coast to coast. You know what time it is. It's the Bushmen. We got Bush banter, ready to rock. Biggest fans of the only team, the Maple Leafs in the IBL. It's Tuesday, August 20th. The season just wrapped. Well, not for all teams, but the playoffs is right upon us with the fellas. Love seeing you guys. My name is G, of course, in the house, the road warrior. I'm killing myself. I'm gonna be on the road the next couple weeks, boys. So I'm gonna be tracking from afar. So I need you guys to bring it. I will be tracking, but I'll pass it over to Ray. They call him the suitcase, Mr. Mover. He's hopping from house to house, but he just located and landed at a sweet spot. And Carrie's super happy, which is very important. Ray, how you doing, my brother?
We are good. We are good. As they say, happy wife, happy life,
You
because
got it.
she's letting me go on the road this week for game one of the playoffs. Let's go.
Yes,
Hello,
guy. I will be
boys.
with
And
you.
as per usual, a Leaf slogger.
Phew. Love it, love it.
Drink
We'll
your
pass it
feelings.
over to E Hill, the merch man, always coming up with the freshest Bush Life swag. How you been, brother? What's next on the merch docket? Like a Bush Life scarf, maybe a nice old school like velour suit.
No, dude, it's tramp stamps. We got a whole line of Bushman tramp stamps that'll be available to the public soon. I don't know, man. We'll see. I've got something. We got something cooking. My lovely girlfriend Melissa is the one that's firing it together. We got something cooking for our boy Jose Vinicio. That's going to be
Oh,
a special treat just for Vinny.
look at it,
But
look
things have
at
been
it.
good. I'm missing our Saturday night at the Bush, but I will
Oh,
be watching it and I will be cheering my heart out. And let's see round two, boys. I got a lot more free time in round two.
Oh, we'll
let's
get into
go.
it. We'll get into it. So, boys, obviously the 2024 campaign has wrapped for the Leafs. It flew by. Maybe I'll pass it over to you guys, like before we get into some of the banter. Any highlights from the year? Anything, any memorable, games or players or plays? Like, I'll pass it to you guys. What do you remember from 2024?
It's been what I've remembered is the fight in the boys. Like this has probably been the most unlucky season I've seen, and we lost a lot of games early in the year. The mood was dark, surrounding the team, but you'd never know it by talking to the boys. And I got to chat with them after a couple games, and that's my memory is just the grind and the work effort and belief. And seeing them turn it around and go on this run that to the playoffs, that's my biggest memory is the heart of a champion in every one of these guys on our team. That's what
And
my
most
favorite
dust
memory.
ups
So
per season. I swear to God, it was like every third or fourth game. It was like back to back games at points. Like Julian Johnson breaks that guy's nose. Lou's in the mix. Vinny's in the mix. Like that's so true. It was a spicy campaign. The boys were sick of it, sick of the losses. Ray, what about you, man? Any memorable things from this year?
I think Elliot kind of just touched on the same thing I was going to mention, right? We were definitely on a roller coaster ride this year, boys. And I think we said it last episode. Our preseason predictions didn't pan out too hot, but none of us were shook for a second. And I know that we all thought we had it down the stretch, and this is it. This is when it really matters, and the boys have really been clicking, and you're seeing little glimpses of it, but god damn, this was a hard year to watch. I swear to God, more hits directly to guys than I've ever seen in my life. So
yeah,
just a lot of tough breaks, couple of tough losses, but I feel like the momentum's there, kind of rolling into the playoffs. And I think some of my like big time highlights are like just Lou like turning it on at the end of the year. Not letting
Lou was
anything
hot. Lou was hot,
rattle him,
and
man.
obviously.
dude, the resurrection of Chucky Towers. That
Oh,
guy's
the
first
resurrection of
like
Chucky T. Yeah, come on.
25 games were so rough. He was battling. wasn't getting anything to fall, and then out of nowhere, it bats like 420 for the last 15 games of the year, and I love it.
I
Trust
know.
me.
In classic Sing Us a Song, Mr. Piano Man throws the ball at him and then gets everybody fired up.
Yeah, don't poke the bear. Yeah, so I wrote down a few things, obviously, like similar to you guys. It was, a tough start to the year, but we never lost any faith with these boys. Veteran laden lineup. We knew they were going to turn it around. Like you said, Ray, unlucky moments. A couple things for me, obviously, just the difference at the park, right? We actually have a merch tent. There's actual fan engagement. We've seen a lot more people kind of coming up to the bush. I wasn't at the game, but Castaldo put that home run off the change room in center field. That seemed insane. Angel Castro barking as always. They even had a Castro yell meter on the live feed. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, like I think, the story of the year was
You
really
know,
just what the boys did to come into the playoffs, and they're coming in hot.
yeah, I think there was a little bit of a stretch of the summer there too, where, the Bush, we're getting older, man. We got commitments now. So there was a couple Sundays that there was only maybe one or two of us there. And I like to think that that has a real effect on why we didn't win as many home games.
But hey, there was always at least one person there. We always
Yeah.
made sure we flew the flag.
Yeah, so
Right.
boys, don't worry out there. We never lost faith in any of you guys. We just had a lot of stuff going on this summer. So
Yeah.
sorry.
But
Well,
touching on that too, man, just like the belief, like you see it, like the enthusiasm, like with the new ownership, like Garrett was talking about having all these extra amenities, which really brought a lot of life to the ballpark. The fans, like people who were first time fans of the Leafs when we were just having a hard time scoring runs, we're losing games, showed up, cheered, and were there. And it was great to see and great to meet all these new people who are like, it's my first time ever watching these games. And like, yeah, whatever, we lost 12-1 against Hamilton, but like we were there for all 9 innings and we
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
it's
That's good to
great. It's
see.
great.
So good. Yeah, a couple of times actually, a few people walked up and they were like, "Are you guys the Bush people?" Somebody told us that we had to come over here and sit over here.
Absolutely. We're always welcome. Follow at the Bushman one, like we said. We love the engagement. We love reposting
Getting
everything.
close to 1,000. Let's
Close to
go.
1,000, 100 away. Let's make some fake accounts, people. Give us some follows. Yeah, I love everything you guys are saying. Couple of shout outs, obviously, from the season that was. Well, first off, shout out to Eric Bushman. Had a great wedding up in Timmins, Ontario. Bunch of the fellas went up there. Shout out. That was a blast. This other thing that was mentioned on the broadcast that I was watching on Sunday when I couldn't make it, Castaldo, 12 years straight with an over 300 batting average in the league. It came down to his last at bat. He needed to get the hit and he got it. So ever since 2012, he's batted over 300 in this league. So shout out Castaldo, man. That's a man of consistency right there.
That's
A
that's
Oh
couple,
yeah.
incredible. Shout out right there.
like Ray mentioned, a
Hey,
couple
what's
other
his
shout
what's
outs.
his OPS? What's his OPS over that? It's probably his on base percentage is probably like over 450 for
Oh
12
yeah,
years
it's
straight
it's
as well.
way
That
up
guy
there.
draws some walks.
Oh yeah,
Man.
he's always like top of the league in OPS. That guy's just a machine. Loves the bases, can't get enough. But Ray mentioned it too. C. Lou, the Iceman, Mr. Flash. What a way to end the year. He hits a home run in that wild Barry game. That was 10-9 to tie it up. First pitch to make it. I think it was 9-all to tie it up. And then he hits a walk-off home run against Brantford to take the game 4-3, but also to send the boys to the playoffs. So shout out CeeLou. We're loving what you're bringing of late. We love it. But yeah, boys, lots of action down the stretch. As Ray mentioned, the playoffs haven't been fully set yet, specifically for the Leafs. As of right now, we're slated to play Barry. But Ray, you've been tracking it. Obviously, London is looking to catch Barry. London actually has to play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to end the year just to go right into the playoffs. I don't know who did their scheduling, but they're super jammed up. And
Hey,
Guelph, who's
at
sitting in
this at
fourth,
the
can
start of the
catch
year,
London too. Huh?
at the start of the year, we had like 6 games in 10 nights. So you know what, London? I don't care.
I know they had crazy rain last weekend, so that all their games got washed out. So they're going back to back to back into the playoffs. But I know, boys, it's up in the air. Are we going up the 400 or are we driving out the 401?
We shall
That's a
Greg
see.
great.
States, are we coming to see you this week or what? Let us know, man.
Oh man. So I was just looking at the Leafs sort of schedule for the year and scoreboard. And like we mentioned, folks, it was a pretty rocky start to the year. But I basically earmarked the turnaround was July 14th. So we thought it was that wild game where it was like 19-18. It was actually July 14th. We beat Brantford 6-4. And then the Leafs went 10-4 in their next 14 games. That included a 3-4 game winning streak. They lost their last two games to end the regular season. So they finished off at 17-25, which is sort of the inverse of what our preseason predictions were to end up in seventh place. But what did you guys think of that run? I think we all in the bush knew, like we knew there was no doubt the boys were going to put it together. What did you guys think of kind of that rush, that run to kind of end the season?
That's it. Same thing we've been talking about, man. Just the pieces coming together. Greeny finally started just dialing it in. He had like an unbelievable last month of the season. And I think three or four super solid starts, 4 or 5 innings, 6 Ks every time. Man, our boy Adam Mara with the
Ooh.
1.8 ERA. Come on, boys. Mr. Changeup, Mr. Slow Ball. Those are the pieces that we've been waiting for the click. Tamachko, a bunch of solid outings. Chucky T finally clicking. The boys. I mean, come on. Those are the little pieces that we've been missing. Little bits. And, here's where it counts. So I'm happy that it happened at the right time.
Yeah, for me too. Like the last probably I want to say 15 innings or so that our boy Will Dennis
Ooh.
Alvarado has thrown have been like last year's form Willie. Like
Come
he,
on, and he's been doing a little shimmy
oh,
shake after the strikeouts.
it seems like he's got confidence again in his fastball. He's limiting walks. Like before, it just seemed like it would snowball. And then this was like the whole season was stuff would just find a hole. Like Ray
Yeah.
said last episode, find some grass. And all of our bats were finding gloves. So, a lot of that, like that had to play into it, but also just like getting back with his fastball. Now he's pumping it at guys. He's like, try and hit it. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens. And it's been super exciting to see coming into the playoffs. Obviously, Castro is being Castro. And like, I think our pitching's in really good shape and the bats have been heating up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that Willie, that's a good point. I think his last two starts, he went at least 6 innings with double-digit strikeouts. Like the guy's been an absolute machine. So the pitching really, the offense always been there with the boys, but the pitching, for it to come together is definitely, definitely been good to see. So maybe we'll just take a quick peek at potential playoff matches. This is as it stands on Tuesday, August 20th. So in the one hole, you got Welland. What a beast of a year. They're set up to play Kitchener in round one. That's already locked in. The
3 years
next
in a
would
row
be,
with 30 wins. Isn't that wild?
yeah,
Bunch of
what a year.
jabronis.
Bunch
Davy
of jabronis.
Mendez. We touched Davy Mendez up in the playoffs. All right, Davy, wait till we face you.
I feel like the Leafs actually have the one hit on Davy Mendez all year, which is
Probably.
just amazing.
He's
So
only given up
Davy's
one
wavy.
hit.
I think so. Yeah, it's insane.
Jesus. Well,
And I think he
multiple
has like
hits when he
8 or 9
faces,
saves. That's their move. They go into
yeah.
the eighth with a 1-run lead, and then they send in Davy Mendez.
We'll
Whatever.
see
You
you in
know
the
what, Davy?
final.
Yeah, Davey doesn't like the noise. We're going to be traveling to Welland for those games. Like he's not going to have a safe space anymore.
We travel to Welland preemptively just to chirp him when he's playing Kitchener, like just to get his kitchen.
He's just like sitting on the bench. You're like, "Fuck you, Davey."
We're swearing now too. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Oh, we're in Welland.
yeah, exactly. So the next matchup, which again hasn't been locked in, is Barrie versus the Leafs currently. So we'll see. We're itching to go up and just take a piece out of Brad Grieveson. We'll bring up some beards. We'll grow those out. The next potential matchup in the three hole is London versus Hamilton. And then to tie it up is Guelph versus the inaugural season of the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Those bastards took a chunk out of us this year.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think we beat them all year.
I think we did one game,
Did
one
we?
road game. I think Jay Mara had 2 home runs in a grand slam. We just like absolutely obliterated them. But yeah, they
Yeah.
had our number this year, which is, oh, we're coming for you,
We
Chatham.
ain't scared. This is the real season. The playoffs is the real season. We ain't scared.
But
But hey,
that.
boys, how great was that? Come on, first year in the
Oh
season,
yeah.
first
Good
season
for
in the
them.
league, super solid
Well,
outing. Great, great. The crowds look great down there. The park looked awesome. We'll get down there.
yeah.
Fergie
It's
Jenkins Field. Shout out Fergie.
yeah.
Amazing. I'm loving watching all the road broadcasts too, man. Shout out all the announcers on all of the IBL broadcasts, guys. You guys do a stand-up job, and I just love tuning in.
And special shout out to our boys, Thomas West and Zach Benoit. You guys do it up great. Great to see you guys have some amenities up there. They have a tent. It's like a little bit more set up. They've battled through some
Yeah.
tough conditions over the years.
But I mean, if they knew the conditions of the previous guys who did it when Jack wasn't buying people a tent, like those guys would have to stop broadcasting sometimes because it was too hot on their computers. One time they said a bird took like a huge grump on their camera. They had to go to just audio for like 2 innings.
The glory days.
It's a fight, man. But way to
All
go,
right.
guys.
Well, boys, we're gonna do some trivia here, so friggin' get ready. So in terms of the call in, the buzzer, what should it be? Actually, and shout out for Angel Castro, you gotta bark. You gotta
All
bark.
right.
Whatever
I
your
like it.
yip or bark is, if it's a a Chihuahua or it's a Rottweiler, you just bark and that'll be the buzzer. Okay. So round one. This one should be a layup. Who led the Leafs in home runs this year?
Woof.
Ray.
Slam dunk, our boy, the conductor, down the train tracks. I think he had, I want to say 11.
Oh, and that was
I
the
think you're
kicker.
right.
The
Yeah,
bonus
I think
point
it's
was
11.
how many? So
Yeah.
Ray with the quick lead,
I think one on
2-6.
the second last game just to seal the deal.
Johnson Salazzo.
But okay, now if you prorate Jay Mara's season and without his like 2 month long honeymoon in Italy where he's just eating a bunch of pasta, I think it would have been close between him and
Oh,
Law.
he has been on a
He's
shred
been
fest
hot.
the last
Yeah.
couple games. So,
He's been
yeah,
hot.
it would have been close.
He was carbo loading.
Okay. Next question. Next question. Who led the team in hits? And then the bonus is how many?
Bark? I want to say, I feel like it might have been Blanco.
I was going to say that, but I'll go Castaldo.
Castaldo, right, with the lead.
Mr. Reliable.
How
Well, I
many?
think I think Thomas actually mentioned like maybe a game or two ago that Castaldo was on like a 79 game hit streak that dated back like 5 years.
It was an on base. It was an on base streak.
On base, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, guy's a machine. How many hits do you think he got? This will just be a toss up.
I'm going to say 65.
Yeah, how many at bats did he have?
51?
Close.
49.
49. Bingo.
All
Look at
right.
that with the point.
Yeah, I gotta get back. I gotta get back.
Down 3-1.
Back in the game. 2-1.
Okay.
Oh, 3. Yeah, yeah, the other one.
Most doubles.
Oh,
Bark.
Elliot.
Obviously, it's got to be our boy Danny Doubles.
No.
Oh God.
Blanco?
No.
Whoa.
Castaldo.
What?
13
What? Mr.
doubles.
Fireman?
Oh,
Mr. Wheels?
man.
Doubles.
Dude, he was trying to show us that he has the wheels to be a fireman. We doubted him. We've always been he's a base guy. Good for you, Castaldo.
Dude,
Way to leg it out.
Wow.
Amazing. Late in the career. What a machine. Okay, triples.
Bark.
Elliot.
I'm gonna go Blanco. There's no way it's not Blancs.
No Blanco. No.
Oh my God. I gotta get off Blanco's tip.
Oh my God. Who could it be?
If it's
Chucky
Castaldo,
What?
Chucky T?
No.
If it's
Oh,
Castaldo again, I am
Kentucky,
sorry. I have
Kentucky,
never
Kentucky,
doubted him.
Kentucky.
Oh, Bark, Sweet Lou. I'm
See
gonna
Lou,
say
that's
he had
three
four.
triples.
Oh, I was gonna
three
say four.
triples this
Three
year?
triples.
Oh
Damn.
boy, just flossing out there.
Okay, and to round up the hitting stats, this one should be a layup. Most steals,
Mark
Elliot,
Blanco with 19.
18. But what a number, 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way to go,
I think
Blanco.
Solid.
I think I called like 30 on my preseason predictions.
Yeah,
I might have
we
been
had a pretty
bold.
big number. We had a pretty big
Yeah.
number. Okay, now we'll move to the pitching for the Leafs. Most innings pitched.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go
Mark.
Wolf. Oh,
Oh.
He's down to
I'm
5.
gonna I'm gonna
We'll go with
go.
Elliot. He's down 3-2.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably Willie.
Nailed it. I was surprised to see it.
nice.
42 innings is my
No,
guess.
64.
Woo!
Wow.
Willie was
Yeah, because
64.
he like started a bunch of our early games and then was our first go-to relief pitcher for like 10 straight games.
Mm.
And then he was like, just put me back in as a starter, Rob, and now he's tearing it up.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just edged out
62.
Castro. Castro at 62. Okay, most Ks.
Oh, Wolf.
Yeah,
Castro, the
yes,
barking
guy.
machine
That's a
himself.
layup. He had 71 Ks.
Dude, you gotta let us guess the number. I was gonna say
Wow.
Oh shit.
75. Yeah, I was gonna say 75.
Gotta move it along. We got some
Yeah.
more stuff to do here, boys.
Oh,
Okay, and then finally wins. And it's a
man.
tie.
Bark.
Elliot.
I'm gonna say
I get both
it's
guys.
Castro.
No.
Castro. No.
Somehow, no.
Oh.
I'm gonna say, oh man, I'm gonna say like Nagorski and
No.
like, oh,
Greener?
Greener's one.
And the other one, I maybe no, it wouldn't be Willie.
Picture a southpaw with like a 72
Adam
mile an
Mara?
hour changeup. Adam
No
Morrow.
way!
Three.
Oh,
Three
the
was the number.
circle change. Just
3 wins.
dropping them in there. Oh,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
He's had a
He's in
great
the
year.
running for the Golden Bush, man. That's without a doubt. Three
Dude,
wins.
hell of
Let's
a
go.
year. Hell of a year, Amar. Okay, well, that wraps it up. Ray with the 4-3 just edges out the
Wow,
win.
just squeaking it.
Great job.
Off my
Okay,
cap.
so now we'll kick it over to the league leaders. I'd be interested to kick these to you guys from a quiz standpoint, but we'll see how it goes. So maybe I'll say, how many home runs for the league leader were there?
I'm gonna say it's 14.
No,
17.
just in between. 16 home runs.
Is it
Strong,
Sethy Big Panda Strong.
big
wait,
panda
why was
AKA
he
Big
then
Weeky.
out
why
of
was he
Chatham.
such a flimsy hitter when he played against us last time with all that soft contact?
Exactly.
He did get a
16
laser
bombs.
beam home run though.
Yeah, but that one didn't count. We didn't believe that was a real
Didn't
home
even
run.
count. Didn't even
Yeah.
count.
Shout out
Cool.
Lazo. Jonathan Salaza was second in the league with 11 bombs.
Love it.
Okay,
Love it.
RBIs. Who led the league in RBIs?
That guy from Cordosa,
No,
Caden Cordosa.
Is it a guy from Welland?
Kitchener.
Kitchener. Oh. I guess
Raul the Fool
Oh
Gonzalez.
my God, Raul the
Dude,
fool!
dude.
Give me a break.
I
Shout
forgot
out
that
Marcus
Kitchener.
Necht. He was seventh in the league with 31.
I like it. I like
But I
it.
mean, I with Kitchener, I totally forgot that they score 10 runs a game, but give up 12 runs a game. That's
Most wins in the league pitching.
Most wins? Oh man. Gosh.
that's there's a guy on
Kush, isn't that Kush guy from Guelph?
No,
No.
Welland.
yeah, it's oh my God, Barkov. He's kind of
Oh, I
lanky.
know.
You
Yeah,
know, you know who
Ben,
it
don't
is.
call me John Abrams.
yeah,
Ben
Ben
10
Abrams.
wins, the only player with double-digit wins in the league.
That's impressive for a 42 game
Yeah,
year. He has 10 wins,
Yeah,
yeah.
a
He's
quarter
actually
of the
had no
season.
losses.
no 10 wins, no
Strikeouts.
losses.
Strikeouts.
Probably Bark Frank Garces with like 600.
No. Cesar Rosado with 105.
That's impressive.
Only
That's
How many
guy with
innings?
triple digits.
How many
not
innings?
not where's a Gucci at? He's got to be up there too.
No, he
He was
only just
up there. I
strikes
don't
out
have the list
us.
in front of me. So finally, ERA.
Oh, I think that's Caden Cardosa, no?
No.
Oh,
Oh, is it our
Jacob smoked that Kush.
Jacob
1.52
Kush?
ERA.
Wow.
Kitchener again?
Isn't he with Guelph?
He's Guelph.
Oh, yeah,
I think
right.
so, yeah. Not
Whatever.
Kitchener. There's no way Kitchener has like the home run leader, RBI guys, and not a terrible win-loss record.
Exactly. All right. Well, moving on. Like we said, folks, playoffs are approaching. The Leafs do not know who they're playing yet, but potentially Thursday night in Barrie. Hopefully, it's a little bit of a shorter drive, but we don't care who we play. Ray, we're going to be on the road.
We're on
We'll
the
drag
road.
anyone from the bush we can. And then after that, Saturday night game at the pits, folks. I don't think I've ever heard of a Saturday night game. Do you guys remember a Saturday night game?
I
Holy
thought we
moly.
did one, or we did a
I feel like we
Friday
did
night
have
game. Or it was like a
a
Friday
Friday
night game. It was that Barry
playoffs.
series where we were ahead of Barry in the standings, but they were gonna have game one. Remember we drove out with bagels and it
Yeah,
rained
yeah,
and
and then it
nothing
rained,
didn't
and then they
happen.
stopped
And
it,
then
and
I
then we did
Yeah.
think we
night
had
games.
yeah,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I think we got a Friday night game maybe out of that. But Saturday at the Bush, get your pints ready. Come
Get
on.
down there, folks. There's no work on Monday
Yeah, we'll
unless
be
out on
tailgating at
Sunday.
4 o'clock.
Ugh, I'm
Yeah, get
so
down.
like I'm gonna have a really good weekend with my girlfriend as her birthday, but I'm also so ugh.
Dude, I'm at the
Don't
in-laws
worry, we'll
family
be back for
reunion,
game
man.
4.
Yeah. No, we're gonna win it in 3 games, no problem. And then I come back for round two. We're good to go. That's the
Love
way
it.
I'm looking at it. I'll be
Let's go.
watching. I'll be watching. Don't worry about that.
All right, folks. So be sure to be out there. Like we said, we'll release the schedule when it comes available. So our season to date, just so you guys are aware with the stats, I was going through, like I said, the schedule, and I'm like, okay, 0-1 versus Barry, 0-2, 0-3. So we started the season 0-5 versus Barry, and we won our last game. So we were 1-5 versus the Baycats this year. We got outscored 44-19, but that don't matter. That was the regular season. We got playoffs coming up. We're
I,
ready.
yeah,
Grieveson, you're gonna crumble. We can't wait.
I'm
Uh,
pretty sure they also scored like 15 of those runs in one game. So like whatever.
Yeah, absolutely whatever. Who cares? I'm pretty sure we came back from a 20 to like 4 deficit and ended up losing the game 20-19. So nothing's out of the picture. We're here to win. Everything's on the table now. It's playoff time. Just scrap the entire record. It's game 1
it is.
starting on Thursday. Let's go, boys.
It is. It is. We're jacked up. Okay, boys. Well, we're running up against it, but like last sort of thoughts. This is our last regular season before the playoffs. Like I said, we'll be putting out more of these. But boys, like, what are you thinking? What are some thoughts going into the playoffs?
Just keep doing what you're doing, man. We've been 10-4 over our last 14 games because we've been getting like a complete game from our whole team. We're getting hitting, we're getting pitching, we're getting defense. And like all year we've hit the ball hard. And statistically speaking, eventually it's going to start landing for us, and it's starting to. So let's go. Carry that momentum. Let's stomp Barry. Bunch of bums. And so was
Yeah,
London.
bunch of bums. Yeah, let's stop Barry and then go have some wings with Rio. Woo!
All right, folks. Well, we love it. We love the support. Get out to the park. Like we said, go Leafs, go. The real season's upon us. That was all just, fantasy land at the beginning of the
Smoke
year.
and
This is
mirrors,
when
man. Smoke
this
and
is when the
mirrors.
boys come to play. Our vets know what's up. Willie's coming in hot. A Mara with that soft circle change. J Mara hitting bombs. Castaldo just like an ageless red wine. Just throw them in the cellar, bring them out for a nice Christmas dinner. This guy's ready to rock. We're ready to rock. Go Leafs, go.
Yeah,
Let's
go Leafs, go. Come on. The Leafs are built
Go.
like a Roman Colosseum, all right? We're going to be around 5,000 years from now. We can see all the houses of cards out there. We're ready to blow you down. Here come the big bad wolves. Let's go. Go Leafs, go.
The
Oh,
Bushmen are the Trojan horse. Don't let us into
yeah,
your park. We're coming in hot.
that's right.
Get it. Later,
Boys.
buddy.